Oh, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And Democrats, people like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden, are effectively trying to force Supreme Court justices Sam Alito, Clarence Thomas, and Judge Roberts all into retirement before this term because they want to fill these seats with hard left radicals. If you have not been paying attention, we need to pay attention. The Supreme Court is actually on the ballot, whether you think so or not, because the way they're using their tactics is trying to undermine the court and trying to pressure these conservative justices to retire so they can be replaced by a Biden nominee. This is very dangerous. Not a lot of people are talking about it, and that's why we're talking about it tonight. So let's go and take a look at this Supreme Court shakeup looming. Justice Samuel Alito privately mulls retirement report, says here. Let's scroll down a little bit. Reports have surfaced that Justice Samuel Alito, a conservative voice on the Supreme Court, is considering retirement. Alito, recognized as one of the most conservative members of the court, was appointed by George W. Bush and took a seat in January 2006. At 74, he is the second oldest justice currently serving on the bench after Clarence Thomas. His alleged reflections on retirement comes in amidst ongoing attacks by Democrats. We come down here, and it says this. This report comes after Joe Biden and Kamala Harris released a dangerous plan to undermine our judiciary by pressuring Justices Thomas, Alito, and Roberts into retirement next year, setting the stage for a radical court-packing scheme that threatens the very foundation of our democracy. The Gateway Pundit reported earlier this month that Joe Biden was planning to support sweeping changes to the Supreme Court and target President Trump's immunity. Now he has made the scheme official. In an op-ed published this morning in the Washington Post, Biden argues he decided to make the call for reform after the Supreme Court, in part because they foiled his plan to jail Trump before the 2024 election. They want to put term limits and impose what was that? Ethics checklist on the justices so they can replace a justice if they don't like if they don't follow their ethics. They forget, and I guess most Americans have forgotten, they're a co-equal branch of government. In order to reform the Supreme Court, it has to have overwhelming majorities in both houses in order to even move in that direction. And then it has to be ratified by the states, over 3/4 of the states. That is not going to happen. They're trying to pressure these justices off the court because they have foiled every attempt from the Biden regime to jail President Trump. This is what it's all about, right? Rush Limbaugh said a very long time ago that Democrats are seeking to never have to run an election again, where they don't have to campaign because it's always going to be Democrat. And if they're able to flip the Supreme Court the way they want, they can pass in whatever they want and pass it as constitutional and radically change this nation even more. So if you don't think voting for Trump is a necessity, you're wrong. It is, because we have a Supreme Court that they're trying to radically transform by forcing them to retirement. And we know what happens when they try to force somebody to retire and they don't willingly retire. What happened to Judge Alita? I want to say Alita. That's not correct though. Scalise. Sorry, escaped my head and mind for a moment. Scalise, right? It's Justice Scalise. They effectively murdered him. They did. And nobody talks about that anymore. Really? Nobody really talks about the murder of Justice Scalise. They just kind of quit talking about it because it was a way for them to shift the court radically to the left. Thankfully, one of the best things Mitch McConnell ever did was hold that seat up open for Donald Trump to fill when he became president. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys follow me on all my social media, all linked in the description down below. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.